This is a brief demonstration of the process you can use to set up a test that pulls a random question out of a question bank for each student who takes the test. So in original this is called a random block, but in Ultra they use a different terminology. They call it a question pool. So first step is to go to your question banks area in your details and actions area and create a question bank. So I've done this already by clicking the plus button and choosing new, and inside that bank then I just created some essay questions. So let's just create a fourth question here just for purposes of demonstration. What colors might you find in a warm color scheme? Okay, so all of these questions relate to color theory in artistry, like painting. Okay, so there's 4 questions in this bank. Now let's create a test that draws from that bank. So I'm going to click the plus button and click create, and I'll choose test. I'll call this random essay. And then on the plus button here in the content, I'm going to choose add question pool. That's going to bring up my question finder tool, and I'm going to select my essay questions bank. I'm going to select everything in it and click add questions. That's going to add this structure that operates like a random block. So it's telling me that there are 4 questions in this pool, and I can specify how many I want to draw from it. So let's say I want 2 questions at random. And I'll specify the point value per question, let's say 50 points a question. And I'll click save. You'll notice then in the test settings that this test is worth an overall maximum point value of 100 points based off of what I just configured here. So 50 points each at 2 questions from this 4 question pool. Now there are some other settings I can choose to elect when I'm configuring this test. I can make this 2 attempts if I wanted to. I could grade using points or percentage or letter. What I will do is choose when assessment results become available. So I can choose the assessment results to become available after submission, show automated feedback after submission, show question scores after individual grade is posted, and I'll click save. If I wanted to, I could add a time limit. Let's say I want to do 190 minutes. There we go. It's automatic submission after that. Alright, so I'll click save. So the test is configured, I'm making it available, and now I'm going to give this a quick preview to see how this works. So I'm going into preview mode, and I'm going to click on this and see what question I get. So I get what colors might you find in a warm color scheme, and what is the difference between a primary and secondary. So I'm just going to complete this from the student perspective, and then I'm going to start attempt 2, and let's see what I get for attempt 2. So I get what is the difference between a primary and secondary color, and then what is the difference, or what does the term analogous color mean? Okay, so a different batch of questions. Cancel. And if I open it again, okay, so that's the same set of questions. What if I were to discard my drafts and then try this again? Just to see the variations here. What questions do I get? Okay, what is the difference between a shade tint value, and what is the difference between a primary and secondary color? So each attempt should have different arrangement of questions picked at random.